For our solution, we want to create a list of string, and that's what the left side is going to look like. And then on the right side, we have to create the list using an actual type. I'm going to start with linked list of string, and I'll come back and use something else later. As I mentioned, you'll have to include the proper imports for list and linked list. If you mouse over, Eclipse gives you many possible solutions. The one that you actually want is java.util, and that's true for both list and linked list. And what Eclipse did is it included these two declarations, which make sure that those implementations and interfaces come from the right spot. And what we're supposed to do is add to the list. So let's say eating.add, and the first thing is to open our mouth. And then we're going to insert food, chew a second time, and then finally swallow. And you're asked to print this out. And so if we run this, what do we see? Okay, we see open mouth, insert food, chew, swallow. And that's what we expect to see, and those are appearing in the order that they should. You're asked to add a few more things. So let's do eating.add. How about digest? And so if we print this out again, we'll see that the first time we don't have digest in there, but the second time we do, and that's good. Now let's see what else we can do with this list. So some other things. If you say eating and then type the dot and then pause, and on some computers that are slow you may have to pause longer than others, you'll see the various list of things that we can do. We can add to a list not only at the end but also at the beginning by specifying the index. And suppose before you eat you're going to salivate a little bit at the thought of eating some delicious food. And if I add that, let me just put a comment here. This adds the string at location 0, which is the beginning of the list. And so if we print this list a third time, we should see, aha, so there's salivate, which was added in the third print of this list, which we then put at the beginning of the list, but the rest of the list is exactly the same. We wanted to try deleting some things from the list as well. So the other things we might try here are, how about deleting something from the list? Let's try deleting, and we delete by using remove, and so we can specify an index. Let's delete the thing at location 0, 1, 2, which was the insert food. So remember this starts at 0. And then I can print this out again. And we should see, hopefully the insert food has gone away. Okay, so sure enough, between the third and fourth print, we got rid of insert food. We can also remove an object of interest. In this case, I'm going to remove, how about digest? And wherever that occurs, it should disappear. Only the first occurrence should disappear. In fact, to show that, let's get rid of chew, because chew appears twice. And if we print this out, let's make some room here. Then you can see there were two chews initially, and one of those chews was deleted by this call to remove.